Our future focus is on Abram Decena, 2028, playing for top-tier Iowa. Abram, man, appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to jump on this early because the Junior Future Games isn't until July. There's a lot of baseball to be played, and you're already locked in for a spot, accepting that invitation to play for Team Iowa, Nebraska back in December. How did this? Tell me, you got to take me through how this even happened.
Oh, well, so me and my mom, my family just wanted to try it out. It sounded fun last year, so we went to a tryout. I did pretty well, and then they just called us, and we accepted it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think you might be the only player at this point who's locked up for any team. And I know obviously the high school season, everything's a little bit different when it comes to baseball in Iowa, but you say it's going to be fun. Tell me what your expectations are. What do you know about the Junior Future Games?
You can just show your abilities, you know, what your baselines are. It's going to be fun playing with a bunch of players at your level and even higher across the country and representing your state.
Yeah, I think that's always one of the cooler things when you talk to the players about it is maybe you know a bunch of these guys, but then when you come together and you got that state name across you, it kind of just feels a little bit different. Is that kind of what you're expecting?
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
So let's talk about you as a player a little bit. Outfielder, catcher. I know you're pushing that exit velo close to 90. If you have to kind of self-scout, who are you as a player?
I don't know. I just try to do my job on the field, get everything I can get done, try to put the ball in play, be good on defense, all that.
You just keep it simple.
Yeah, I don't really try to do too much, just let my game do what it does.
Tell me about influences. Obviously, growing up, everybody's got those guys that they watch on TV and they kind of say, okay, if I can take a little bit of that, put it into my game. Who are those guys, or is there one guy for you?
Catching-wise, I like Yachty. He's really good defensively. I try to model my game a little bit after him. And in the outfield, I like Acuna. He's a good defender. He does it all. When
you're as a catcher, there's always that element of it, and it's kind of different during the travel season too, because you may not have as much time with the guy to get to know him and know what his stuff is, know kind of how to talk to him when something's not going right. How long does that process take for you to know a pitcher?
It takes, if you it just depends. Like if you catch them, like their bullpens. And you just you gotta get to know them as a person, because it's talk to them and know how they feel and know how they don't feel. You gotta know them. But it doesn't take too long, probably a couple weeks, just to get to know them, and then you know how their stuff works, and then you really get that connection.
Tell me about baseball in Iowa. It's such a different animal than almost anywhere in the country. One, because you guys don't play the high school season until later, the United Player Championship until almost August, but when you talk to guys from other states, are they surprised with how things are in Iowa?
I think by now, most of the people that I've talked to know that it's in the summer, so it's harder to play travel ball when you're sophomores, juniors, seniors, or sophomores and juniors to play travel ball. But traveling like this when you're younger, it's better. I like it.
It's a little bit warmer too.
Yeah, it's way warmer. I think it's snowing right now.
Well, I'm glad you're not dealing with the snow here.
Yeah.
All right, we talked a little bit about you as a player. I always love to see guys break it down and look at that bat in your hand and have you take us through your setup at the plate. Sound good?
Yep. So first, depending on the velo I get back in the box, just get the bat out there, see if I'm too far or too close. And I don't like being too wide, but I like being a good athletic position. I get my arms back, my hands back, so I don't drop my bat when I load. I step, not too far, but then I just get my hands close and just drive through. And that's pretty much it.
Abram, man, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. If you're not already, make sure you follow LakePoint Sports on all our social media channels. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and you'll get so much more happening here on campus.